Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Customization in card making products is king. Today's card project features a very cool alpha set with a coordinating die that's designed to create little custom banners for either card projects, scrapbook pages, or for any crafty project that requires a little bit of that customization. Stick around, that card is coming up next. So here's a look at the Pennant alpha set from Waffle Flower Crafts. You can see you've got your full alphabet with punctuation over here and 5 different banner shapes. Plus, the coordinating dies cut out all the letters and numbers and punctuation at once. So you got that going for you. And you can also cut out each of the individual banners with all of the coordinating banner dies. This is smart design, right? This is creating a whole mess of things to play with for names and titles in one stamp and coordinating die set. So that's what I'm using today to create a custom birthday card. The first thing I'll do is take the stamps off the back, the alpha portion, and it's cool because it's just all one piece, right? All one piece. You're stamping all these letters at once. Again, such a smart design. I'm going to pick up the stamp with my MISTI door. It's a little sticky. I'm going to take my paper and position it back on the MISTI base here. And I'll go ahead and just rub my hands over this because, you know, it's a brand new stamp. And if you ever have any issues with your first few impressions not looking great, it's only because there's a little bit of residue from manufacturing. Stamps definitely get conditioned over time. I will powder up with my embossing magic to remove all static and oil. And then I'll get a nice coating of clear, sticky embossing ink right here on all the letters. As soon as I get that coated up, I'm going to press that down. I will grab my stamping tool. This is from Stamper's Secret. I use this a lot because it lets me have a very neutral hand position while stamping, and I have wrist issues. So if you have wrist issues, a little tool like this just kind of keeps your hands in this great position and alleviates some of that wrist pain. Plus, you get a great impression. I'll use some ultrafine antique gold powder from Simon Says Stamp. This is a really warm gold powder, which I thought would be nice for the project that I had in mind. Sprinkling it all over to cover where I have stamped. I love this part where you don't see anything and then all of a sudden you let it sit, you let it slide, and boom, you have letters to heat emboss. Get my heat tool warmed up and then just quickly melt all of the symbols and the letters so that I have a complete alphabet, uppercase, lowercase, and numbers to play with. So smart. You could do a bunch of these at once, right? And put them in little plastic baggies in like different colors and, you know, different embossing powders and papers. I don't know. I think the possibilities are endless. Now, let's get that coordinating die. Look at that shine. Isn't that pretty? Ah, love it. All right, taping that die into place with some low-tack purple tape. And once that's secured, you can see how it frames everything out. And then I'm just going to run that through my die cut machine. Give it a quick crank through. Bring it out. And the result is going to be an entire alphabet of little squares all ready to go. Just like that. I just think it's really smart to get all this at once, but you can kind of see how, wouldn't this be great for scrapbooking too, right? For making titles and cards and, you know, pocket cards for like your pocket scrapbooking. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I did stamp another A. I just wanted one little section because I decided instead of going with a capital A and lowercase, I wanted to spell out my daughter's name in all caps. So I just did one more and die cut that. Then I grabbed my cardstock. Now this is Concord and 9th cardstock, and I love having a swatch ring. This is so helpful for pretty much every card project I create. It's one of my most used tools. I have one for every line of cardstock that I use. In fact, I'll pop a little card up in the corner if you want to see the video where I actually created this ring that you're looking at, because it just helps me pick out cardstock colors. I cut a bunch of swatches here because I'm going to have this rainbow for the word Aiden, my daughter's name, and I'm going to alternate between banner styles. So I'm going to take this little Well, it looks more like a pocket. Powder up my first little swatch of cardstock, ink it up with the embossing ink, and stamp. Now while I have the stamp on the door, I'm going to go ahead and skip the 2 in the rainbow so that I'm skipping orange, moving right to yellow. And I'll go ahead and ink that up and stamp that down. Oh, I grabbed my other stamp. I have 2 stamping tools. I have a Debbie tool, it's called a Debbie, and I have a Nicole. They're both great. And I'll go ahead and get this third one down. Again, powder up, ink up, stamp down. And I have my 3 with that particular style of banner. I'll sprinkle on my gold powder. I'm all about the gold powder lately. It's just been a thing. Tap it off. And then I can go ahead and heat emboss these 3 panels. Easy peasy, Zach Parisi. And then I'll go ahead and do the other 2 off camera so that I have a full rainbow here going for my banner. See that? Just taping them into place and cutting them all out to prepare for my card. I'm going to create a 5x7 card base because I just needed something a little bigger to give this banner room to breathe. So this will be a landscape 5x7 card. Give that a good press down. And then I'm going to line up the banner on my mat using the mat to help me space, picking it up with a little piece of Post-it tape to keep them all nicely in place. Oh, there's some of my hair. There's always hair in my videos these days. It's falling out of me. I'm like a pet. Okay, putting some foam squares on the back so that I can pop this up on the front of my card panel. And once I get all of the backers off of those foam squares, I'm going to do a little liquid glue dab in here just to give me a little more wiggle room when I'm placing this down, because these foam squares, they stick where you put them, but if you have a little of that liquid glue, you can kind of wiggle it a little. It gives you just a little more time to make sure it's straight. Of course, I brought in my ruler just to make sure the tops are all lining up. I thought, yeah, we're going to commit. So pressing down, and then I'll just gently peel back the Post-it tape. This is just a fast way to get multiple things lined up, right? Because doing them one at a time, who has time for that? Well, I mean, I probably do, but there you go. Then I've got foam squares on the back of each of the letters for my daughter's name, which I'm spelling out on the banner, right? So cute. Pop that right in the center, and then I will repeat all the way across until we get to the letter N, and there we go, Aiden. And look at that shine. Isn't that cute? Ah, I love it. I thought it would be fun to take a little gold twine, and I had the heck of a time getting this to tie because I am not very coordinated with the tying. And honestly, I don't even know if it really adds that much, but I taped it into place and that helped me to kind of tie it down. But that's not horrible, right? I could have gotten more creative. I could have done it like in an arch, but that would have been a little hard for me. So, but I did need an envelope. Now this time, I've used this in a video before and I had no idea what I was doing. But the 1, 2, 3 punch board is pretty dang cool, and it just takes a little practice. Like once you follow the directions a few times, then you know what you're doing. And this time I was pretty sure I knew what I was doing. I read the directions, I moved carefully and proceeded. And I just found an old piece of sort of bright, colorful, rainbow stripe paper, which I think is going to be really cute to have as an envelope for this card. But I gotta tell you a little story about this card. I made this card about a week before my daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday has since come and gone, and I can't find where I hid the card. So I made this card, right? Made my envelope, so cute, so ready to go. No idea where it is. It's not under my bed where I usually hide gifts. It's not in my crafty cabinet in the scrap craft dining room. It's nowhere to be found. So I actually told my daughter, because she said to me, "Didn't you say you'd made a cute card?" And I said, "Yes, I did. And I'm just going to send you a link to the video and tell you that I love you." So somewhere in my house is this really cute envelope. No idea. But that's going to happen. Sometimes you create something and you hide it so well that you're going to find it you know, several years later. But I made the envelope, and look at how cute that would have been to give to her, right? Popping it in. Oh, I think it's adorable. A nice big 5x7 matching envelope. I want to show you too. Here's the actual, you know, the finished card, right? It's very cute, very pretty, little thread and all that. But look what I did with the envelope on the front. That's the part that I wish you could have seen, because I took the 25 and I went ahead and popped that right on the front of the envelope. And you know, she's not going to get to see it, but maybe I can save this till next year, pop out that 5 with a 6, and no one will be the wiser. Thanks so much for watching today. All links can be found below the video in the information box, and I'll see you back here with another clip soon. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.